Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, When Man's Ways Please the Lord. When man's ways please the Lord. Call halal Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. Call halal Yamla, Allahayanawa, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. And something that's on my spirit, and as the title reads, when man's ways please the Lord. And we know in the scripture it tells you, the whole duty of man. The whole duty of man is to fear the Lord and to keep his commandments, not your commandments or your ways, the Lord's commandments. It's to please the Lord. You see, obeying the gospel. And we know, we can't keep the law 1,000,000% correctly. Anybody who's telling you that they keep the law perfectly, they're lying. Because you have a lot of these Sunday Christian pastors and preachers and Catholic and these different Israelite camps. They tell you that they keep the law perfectly, when that's a big lie. Because the scripture tells us, that a foolish thought is sin. And a foolish thought, thinking about something that you ain't got no business thinking about. You see? You have you got these perverted or foolish thoughts that cross your mind, and everybody has them. Everybody has had a foolish thought, time in and time out, day by day, thinking about something they ain't got no business thinking about. And so, but you try to tell our people, and even into the world, and they got it all, they got it all figured out. Matter of fact, let me go here. Call halal Yahawah. This is just a quick hit, something that's on my spirit. They got it all figured out. Proverbs 3 and 7, and it reads, it says, be not wise in thine own eyes. Be not wise in thine own eyes. This is a big problem. Okay? This is a big problem in the world and amongst our people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. This is a big problem. The Lord said, be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil. See, because fearing the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and knowledge. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. A lot of our people, and even into the world, the people, they pride themselves on having, they got a good house, or which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But they pride themselves on that. They got a good job. They're doing pretty good. There's nothing wrong with that, but they pride themselves. And then when you try to tell them about the scriptures, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. And see, what's about to happen is, the Lord is long suffering. 1,000 years to the Lord is one day. So you got a lot of people that they've been doing good for 40 years, 30 years, 15 years. They've been doing pretty good, which is nothing wrong with that. It's all right to better yourself, but are you pleasing the Lord? This is the whole point. And we got a lot of our people, they got one foot in the world and one foot in the truth. They got one foot in the world and one foot in the truth. The Lord tell you he wants you hot or cold. People, you got some people that, they got some money. They may try to help feed the poor or homeless and give them some blankets and food and something. But then on the other hand, they're doing wickedness. They're committing all kind of adultery, idolatry, into organized crime, and may say a prayer here and there. Nah, that's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna cut it. That goes on a lot. But we got a lot of our people that, they're wise in their own eyes. See, and they're going to be in big trouble coming down the line here, because you're going to have a lot of people that were doing good in this end that they going to suffer. They going to suffer, man. Let me go here. They going to suffer. Thus saith the Lord. See, the Lord is long suffering. He let you just get as arrogant and proud as possible. He let you get as arrogant and proud as you possibly can be. And this is what's going on in the world. The Lord gonna let you get good and comfortable and nasty and proud as possible, and in the end here, he it is when he gonna hurt, he gonna snatch your heart out your body, man. Proverbs 16 and 7, and it reads. I'll start at 5. Proverbs 16 and 5, and it reads, it says, everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination unto the Lord. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. You think you got a good job and, you're well off, and you think that you know a little something. You got little pride to you. The Lord said, everyone that is proud. You think because you got your degree and you got a good decent job, and you done moved up out of the hood, and your cousins are still stuck in the hood, or you kind of look down on them. The Lord said, everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Pride, the Lord hates pride. You're abomination unto him. It says, though hand joined in hand, he shall not be unpunished. The Lord gonna let a lot of proud people go. He gonna let you prosper all the way into the end, and then that's when he's gonna get you. Because we know ultimately the final judgment, the plague, is gonna be them ICBM missiles, and right along with these judgments, with the pestilence and famine, the wars, these wild animals out here. Whatever the Lord has a judgment, because each person has a prepared. Those that are not a part of the Lord's elect, he has your own individual judgment laid out for you already. He just gonna let you play it out. Whenever he's ready to give it to you, he gonna give it to you. You're not gonna go. The proud will not go unpunished. It says, by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, and by the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil. It says 7. This is the point. 7. It says, when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. See, when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. And we're coming into the worst time ever in history. Martial law, civil war. The Lord can make it in this time where, in this martial law or in the sedition amongst men and these different, all this violence out here, that it pass over you. You and your family when you're pleasing the Lord, man. These military soldiers come in and start coming into people's homes and snatching them out and putting them in these internment camps and detention centers and stuff like that. The Lord will have it to where they just go right on past your house and provide some food and safety somehow for you. However the Lord wants to do it when you please him. Because these are the times that we're coming into. And these people are they're going to be calling on Jesus. And we know that's not his name. But the Lord just told you, everyone that is proud, you're abomination unto him. And there's a lot of proud individuals. Proud. They seek to please the flesh rather than the Lord. You're going to lose in the end. You're going to lose, man. When a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. See, this is for the men, the women, the true servants of the Lord that are doing everything they can to please him, man. The Lord just continue to seek him and please him. And it's all going to pay off in the end. It's all going to pay off. He's going to, in this time of, disaster and chaos and corruption and stuff like that, the Lord's going to extend peace to you. The Lord's going to show you favor in this terrible time. Because, every day is getting worse. Every day. And, this place, the U.S., that Donald Trump, he's then put forth all these executive orders. And, the Lord is going to allow Esau to be on his worst behavior, because it tell you in Ezekiel that he's given the sword into the hand of the slayer. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white folks, the white men, he is the slayer, man. He's blessed with the sword and all this AI technology and weaponry, and he's bringing it forth. See? So, the time is coming where you're going to have to get down. We know that RFID, that micro C-hip, the mark, which is spoken about Revelation, the 13th chapter, this is going to come to pass. This is a major prophecy. You will not be able to buy or sell or to get a home or nothing without that mark. And if you take that mark, which is the C-hip, the RFID, the micro C-hip, if you take that C-hip, you're not going to make it, Jake. You won't be delivered in this end, in the Lord's second return. So, the Lord, to his true servants, the men, the women, the Akim, the Akwaf, those truly serving the Lord in truth and sincerity, continue to hold on. because favor. You're gonna find yourself in tough positions, and the Lord gonna show you favor all the way through. Shalom.